Yes, good evening students. Yes, today we are going to start the next lesson from chemistry, that is matter around us pure. Okay, so the first chapter what you have, that is matter in our surrounding. So you don't have that chapter this year. Okay, it is deleted from the department itself. Okay, but we are going to discuss about that also. Okay, so that is what the next lesson is matter around us pure. Okay, in this chapter you are going to study about the types of mixture and what is about solution. Okay, and what are colloids and what are suspensions. Okay, so and the difference between the elements and compounds. Okay, so these are the basic concept you have in this chapter. Okay, but today I am going to discuss only about the two activity what they are giving in your textbook. You can open your textbook and follow me. Okay, so here the main concept here is the matter. Okay, so all of you remember what is meant by matter, because you already study about this matter. Okay, when you are in 8th standard you already study about this. Yes, what is matter? Yes, answer me. What is matter? Yes, matter is nothing but this kind of substance. Okay, so that can be anything. So matter can be anything which has mass and which occupies space is known as matter. Okay, matter ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. It may be anything. Okay, the matter can be anything which has mass and occupies its own space. So for example, if I take this duster, yes, it is having its own mass. Okay, mass ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತೂಕ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುಗಾಗಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತೂಕ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇದೆಯಾ ತೂಕ? Yes, it is having its own weight. And when I put this duster into on my hand, what happen? It can occupies its own space. Okay, that if it is a matter, if it is having weight, then it should be occupy its own space. So that is known as matter. Okay, so not only this duster, it may be a pen, or it may be air, or it may be any kind of substance. So that is having mass and they occupy space. Even air. Okay, ಗಾಳಿಗೆ ತೂಕ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಆವರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ವಾ ಪ್ಲೇಸನ್ನು? ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಅರ್ತ್. ಇಡೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಏರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. Matter can be anything which has mass and which occupies space. Okay, so next is matter around us pure? So ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಏನು ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಎನಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. Is it pure? So how to identify this? Okay, if you are using n in the same way, okay, is it pure? So if we are using in the same purest form of substance, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಶುದ್ಧ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಾ? ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಏರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ಯೂರ್? ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಶುದ್ಧವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. Okay, by the combination of carbon and oxygen, they together form carbon dioxide. So this is a kind of matter. Is it pure? Okay, so each and every substance, it is having its own constituents. Okay, so let us see about mixture. Okay, so for example here I am going to say air is a mixture. Air is a kind of mixture. ಗಾಳಿ ಒಂದು ಮಿಶ್ರಣ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್? ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನುವಂಥ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಏರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್. ಹೌ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಏರ್ So this air is mixed with carbon dioxide, oxygen, hydrogen, noble gas, nitrogen. Yes, this is a mixture of all these kind of air. Alva, all these kind of components. So of course these are known as what? Components. Okay, a substance should contain component, then it is known as the mixture. So by combining all these component, it is finally it forms air. So air is a mixture. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಗಾಳಿ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ವಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಆ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಏನೇನಿದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಘಟಕಗಳು ಇದೆ. ಈವನ್ ಯು ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟರ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಿದೆ? ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ವಸ್ತು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ it is a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen alva. So water annadu hege agide, how it forms? It formed by oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, by the combination of hydrogen and oxygen it formed water. Okay, so here these are the constituents of water. ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ water agide. But this is a compound and this is a mixture. There is a difference between compound and a mixture. Compound se vere, mixture vere. How? Because in air all these are physically mixed with each other. Okay, all these components are physically mixed with each other. If the components physically mixed, then it is called as a mixture. If the component, if it is chemically mixed with each other, then it is known as compounds. Okay, so physical mixture is known as a mixture. Physical components are known as a mixture and chemical components are known as a compound. Okay, so about this we are going to learn later. Okay, so we don't bother about this now. So now we are going to study about the mixture. So how do you define mixture now? Mixture andre enu hagidre? Okay, it's a substance where the different components together. Okay, it is a mixture of different components. It's a substance, okay, where it is a mixture of different components are known as the mixture. Okay, so here to know about the mixture we are going to do a kind of activity. Okay, you can observe in your textbook activity 2.1. Okay, so this is very important and very easy to understand also. Okay, activity 2.1. I am going to explain about activity 2.1. Okay, so in this activity I am going to separate the whole class into 4 groups. Okay, how many groups? 4 groups. That is what? Group A, Group B, Group C and Group D. Okay, so how many students you are all now? It is about 14 students. Okay, so all these 14 students I am going to separate them as a 4 group. Okay, so group 1 I am giving the name A, group 2 B, group C, D, group 3 C and group D, 4th group. Okay, so here I am going to give you some substance. Okay, so for the first group I am going to give a beaker. Okay, beaker andre gottalva? So it is a glass beaker. Okay, for group A I am going to give 50 ml of water and 1 spatula full of copper sulfate crystals. Okay, what I am giving to first group? 50 ml of water, 1 spatula full of copper sulfate crystals. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ spatula ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it's a kind of spoon what we are using in the chemistry laboratory. Okay, that is called as spatula. And here copper sulfate, it's a kind of salt which is in bluish in color. Okay, ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸಾಲ್ಟ್. ಆ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಕಲರ್ ಇದೆ? ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ನೋನ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ 50 ml ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, 1 spatula ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದಿಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬಿ, ಇವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ? ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಬೀಕರ್. ಸೊ 50 ml ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಬಟ್ 2 spatula full of copper sulfate. Yes, ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಪರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಇದೆ. But what's the difference? So here for first group I am giving only 1 spatula full of copper sulfate. For second 50 ml the same quantity but 2 spatula full of copper sulfate. Okay, 1 spoon ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಯಾರಿಗೆ? Group B. So next group for group C. So the same activity I'm going to continue now. So beaker, so unknown quantity. Unknown quantity ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ ವಾಟರ್ ತಗೋಬೋದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ ಕಾಪರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸೊ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 60 ml ಆದರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ 70 ml ಆದರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ 3 spatula ಆರ್ 4 spatula, ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಸೇಮ್ beaker containing water and copper sulfate, so they can add their own quantity. Okay, there is no particular quantity here. Okay, so now I am going to insist to all the groups to stir it well. Okay, ಈಗೇನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ glass rod. Okay, so this is what glass rod. So this glass rod is used to mix the mixture. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸೌಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ, ಹಾಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ನಾವು ಡು ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತಾ? ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? Yes, here for the first group they are having 50 ml of water, 1 spatula full of copper sulfate solution. Of course this solution is bluish color. Of course ಎಲ್ಲವೂ bluish in color. Okay, but here so the same group B contain so more bluish in color. The solution is more bluish in color. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲರ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಲರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಲರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲೂನೇ, ಆದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪೇಲ್ ಬ್ಲೂ, ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಬ್ಲೂ, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬೈ ದಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ನೀವೇನು ಕಲ್ತಂಗಾಯಿತು? ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ತು? ಏನು ಕಲ್ತಾಗಾಯಿತು? Yes, it is nothing but so for group A and group B, so these mixtures, these two are known as what? Solution. These two are known as what? Solution. And these two are also known as the solution. Why? Because there is two type of solutions are there. They are homogeneous solution and heterogeneous solution. Okay, homogeneous and heterogeneous. So AB is homogeneous, CD is heterogeneous solution. Okay, so they may get. Why? What is the meaning of this? Because here group A and group B, they are having known quantity of substance. ಅಲ್ವಾ? known quantity ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು. Okay, water 50 ml ಇದೆ. So copper sulfate 2 spatula. So here also 50 ml of water is there, 1 spatula full of copper sulfate. So here the components are known quantity. Okay, so the solution which is having known quantity, then it is known as homogeneous solution. Homogeneous solution. ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, and at last what do you get? Okay, so then it is known as what? Homogeneous solution. So here in group C and group D, there is unknown quantity of mixtures are also there. Unknown quantity. Water ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. So copper sulfate ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆಯೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. And for group 4 also, group D also, so unknown quantity is there. Okay, if the solution is in unknown quantity, then it is known as heterogeneous solution. Okay, I hope you understand now. Okay, so you can underline in your textbook also homogeneous solution and heterogeneous solution. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ known quantity, ಇಲ್ಲಿ unknown quantity. Okay, yes, I hope you understand now. Any doubt here? Okay, you can message me after this. So I move on to the next activity, 2.2. Yes, now you come to know about solution. Okay, what is meant by solution now? Okay, let us learn about this after this activity 2.2. Okay, after this activity. So for this activity also I retain the same group. Okay, I want to retain the same group, group A, group B and group D. Okay, so for group A students, I am going to give a mixture of water. Okay, so beaker full of water and copper sulfate. Okay, and then for group B, I am going to give mixture of water and the chalk powder. Okay, water and chalk powder. And for group C, I am going to give water plus soil. And for group D, water plus milk. Okay, water, copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate. Okay, and for group B I am giving water plus chalk powder, and for group C water and soil, and for group D water and milk. Okay, so this is also a very interesting activity. So here I am going to insist all the groups to stir it well. Okay, after stirration, okay, so then I'm going to insist them to observe the test tube now. So a beaker ana ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, next observe ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So do you find the difference here? Okay, for group A I am giving water and copper sulfate. So here water and copper sulfate, they are evenly mixed with each other and forming solution. Okay, for group A students, okay, they cannot find the water separately and also copper sulfate separately because they evenly mixed with each other. Okay, so that is called as what? Solution. Okay, it is a mixture of two or more substance which is in liquid form, that is known as solution. So here for group B, so water and chalk powder is there. Okay, so after stirring, so they don't get any solution. Okay, so here chalk powder do not mix it with water. So chalk powder ಇಲ್ಲಿ water ಜೊತೆ mix ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? So it always float on the top layer of the water. ಸರಿನಾ? ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ತೇಲ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಫುಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕರ್ಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಕಾಪರ್ sulfate crystal, but here we can identify. How? Because chalk powder ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸೀಮೆ ಸುಣ್ಣದ ಪುಡಿ, ಸೀಮೆ ಸುಣ್ಣ, ಚಾಕ್ ಪೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಪುಡಿಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಮೇಲೆ ತೇಲ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋಟೆಡ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ suspension. Okay, these substances are known as what? Suspension. And here water and soil, what happened? Here also soil doesn't mix it with water. What happened? It always sink at the bottom. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ and the milk. Water and milk. So here the water and milk, they are evenly distributed with each other. Okay, ಇವಾಗ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ, ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀರು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ನೋ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೈಡ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ colloid. So this is known as what? Colloid. Okay, yes, I hope you understand about all this mixture. This is colloid. Okay, and this is what the suspension, and this is known as solution. Okay, this is about activity 2.2. Okay, so I will stop here and continue in the next class. Thank you.